Okay, and we're back, and in this video we're going to just pick up where we left off for maximizing our live stream distribution. In the last video we created this episode feature art, but we ran into a snag with the audio needing some time. So let's jump back into repurpose, right? So I'm right here where the Google Drive is. So this is where, as soon as it loads, this is where the YouTube video gets converted into an audio and it gets pushed to Google Drive. And you can see this one was published, and we can click on this to open up the link, and we should be able to see it here. Yeah, and right now it's not really organized, so all of the audios gets dropped into here. But we do have exploring DEI in real estate. That's the one that we're going to need. And while we're at it, notice that this one ran into an error, and that was because of an input connection. So let's go ahead and fix the input connection right now. And also, I know this because I just did the recording, but one of the live streams were not actually imported into this at all, and we have to fix that too. So let's do some troubleshooting, and then we'll get back through the SOP. But this is stuff that can commonly happen. So it said there was an issue with the YouTube connection. Let's just reconnect it, make sure it's all good. And there's this real estate experts 2021@gmail.com. It's either that one or the support one. So let's just check. Yeah, it's this one. It's this brand account here. Hopefully it is. Oh boy, we got to double check still. Is this the right one? There's, I've got two. I want to make sure I have the right one. So if I switch account, I should be able to see it in regular YouTube. Yeah, so it's the one on the domain, not this other one. So I'm glad I checked. So I'm just going to reconnect all together, cancel this one, and reconnect. Okay, so let's do that again with this YouTube. Hit reconnect, and it's going to be with the support@realestateexperts.org email. So that's what we're going to use. And that's the YouTube account that we want to connect. So, boom. That's done right there. Okay, now let's go back into our workflows. And go back into where YouTube audio should be converting to Google Drive. Now, this isn't automated for every single YouTube video that gets published. So here, I'm going to hit republish and see what happens if that's going to help. Okay, so let's just go ahead and hit publish now, and it should go through the automation. So now it's queued, and again for, I guess, what is that? That's weird. But anyways, hopefully it's not that long. It tracks for a YouTube playlist. So we have to manually go in to each live stream and just click full length episode, add the video into the appropriate playlist. And we have this layer. Otherwise, we would create this like endless loop of these shorter videos that are getting published into YouTube, and we'll do that next. And we don't want that endless loop. It'll destroy all of our bandwidth. Anyways, so here is the other video that didn't go through yet, nonprofit counseling. And so I'm going to hit the details button, and from here, add it to the full length episode playlist, and hit done and hit save, and then hop back into Repurpose IO, and I'm going to resync. And you know what? Maybe I'm doing this too quickly, but let's just see if it reads it yet, how quickly this tool works. Yeah, there it is. And so now it's queued. So now we've got this one processing in a Google Drive. and we got this one queued to be read by Repurpose. All right, and we have this episode here, exploring DEI, ready to go. It's published into Google Drive. And so let's go back to the SOP. And the goal here was to download the audio from Repurpose. I'm going to go ahead and add just more clarity / Google Drive. And I'm going to hop into Google Drive and download this exploring DEI in real estate audio. And so let's see if this will work. All right, so that's downloading now. And the next goal is to go into Anchor and start putting all of this together. And so I'm going to go to anchor.fm and log into the Real Estate Experts podcasting account. And before I ever publish an episode, I always go back and reference the old episodes, just familiarize myself with the nomenclature, if there's anything that's been consistent. And so with Real Estate Experts, what it is it's a number, space dash space with the title with, so title XYZ, and then with the guest's name. Okay, and so that's how it goes. And this does look out of order, and so probably going to ask somebody to help me fix this. But let's just keep moving. The last episode, last episode published was actually episode 8, and it looks like there's a few others that still need to be published. And so let's jam through that, because if I go back into Real Estate Experts and I look through the playlist that says full-length episodes, we've got 17 videos here. So I'm not trying to watch them. I'm trying to get them sorted and look at what videos those are so that we can make sure we match up to Spotify, which is going to be really important. And since we're going to start having subscribers, we want to tap into that engine ASAP. And so let's see what's going on. We have here up to 11, and then these have not been labeled yet. So what we're going to do, and these were supposed to be unpublished. Make sure that they're not published. And so, watching me go through this, I hope you're seeing all the ins and outs of all of the different ways that might just need to be managing this process. This says unlisted, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and the goal is to come back here and delete it.
Welcome to Real Estate
I'm going to exit from that. And it's because I'm in, I switched my account earlier. So I'm going to switch my account back to Real Estate Experts so I can delete those, and then we can continue jamming. Anchor looks like it was going up to episode 8, and so we're missing 9 and 10 and 11. And so we're going to need to work on that. And so here are the ones I need to delete. So if I ask you to delete it, just make sure you're in the right account. And here we go. What can I do? Remove, but that's not what I'm really trying to do. I'm really trying to delete it. So maybe if I open it again, because that's what I was trying to do last time, and look for a delete button, I could delete it from here, hopefully. Where? Okay. Now I'm like having second thoughts on deleting it, but in case I do ask you to delete something, let me just chase this all the way down.
to Real Estate.
Both of these are unlisted. There's the delete button. Okay, cool. So it's in the video edit details. All right, so let's just keep going. I got to download these two and upload them into Anchor. So I'm going to go back into the episodes drive and see if they are here. No, I don't see them in Google Drive either. So time to go back into Repurpose and see what's going on here. There's errors. There are errors for each of these. So let's just republish both. And I got to send a calendar invite in the meantime, but let's publish both of these so that they go into Google Drive. Okay, so boy, oh boy, how fun is this? Because now we have to wait till these are queued. But while those get queued, we can jam on this episode. And which is going to be episode 12. And so let's go back into Anchor. We got to catch up on a couple episodes, which we will. But let's upload episode 12. And let me just make sure it's 12 by referencing this playlist. So this was 9, and then Rocky was 10, and then Giuseppe was 11. Okay, cool. Now for the copy that can go into this, we could just grab it from the YouTube channel and eventually have a new process for getting the copy in there. But for now, let's grab this from the YouTube channel once the audio uploads. All right. Okay, this finally loaded, so now we can hit save episode. And remember, the nomenclature is a 12 space dash and then the title with the guest name. And we're grabbing the description from YouTube. And like I mentioned, I'm going to need to come back and update the SOP for getting that description. But for now, let's just upload this. And I don't want it to be published just yet. I'm going to schedule it, and the reason why, I'm not even going to schedule it just yet. I'm going to keep it as a draft until we get 10 and 11 queued up. But let's upload the episode art. This does get updated on the website, so we do want that to be unique. And yeah, exactly the format like this one, like we did in the earlier video. So do that and upload the art here. And then this is season 1. Episode 12, and we're good. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and save this as a draft. This is for the audio, and so that's saving as a draft. We'll go back to the SOP while everything else loads, and we'll keep going through this checklist. And so we uploaded the audio into Anchor. It's not really ready to go live yet, but that's okay. We'll come back to it. And now we're going to add the YouTube live to our playlist. Okay, we did that already. And now we are going to stage our video inside a repurpose so that way we can cut it into smaller bits. So let me show you how we're going to accomplish that. Jump into repurpose and go back into our workflows. And then from our workflows, we have our YouTube video to our YouTube highlight. And we can hit view content from here. And from here, we can choose our videos and we create new snippets. And so I will go ahead and create a new snippet for this. Now the auto snippet, once it loads, is going to only be from 0 to 60 seconds or whatever it's going to be, but it's going to include the intro, and we don't really want that as part of our snippet. We want to grab good sound bites that we can use on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn. And so once this video loads, I'll show you how we'll do that, and we'll want to create like 2 or 3 sound bites and schedule them into the future. But we're also going to want to add some hashtags into this post, and I'll show you what that means here in a moment. All right, so we can hit play.
Welcome
cool.
to
So now we can drag this, and we do want it to be under like 55 seconds or so. So you can see the duration here and scale that down to like 55 seconds, right? And then you can hit play and see if you can grab a snippet. Now that we're having technical issues, so I'm gonna find another snippet. See here.
And you have things that you know are not right in your workplace. Document. That is the very first thing you want to do is document. Document who said something, what did they say, why did they say it, like what was the circumstances around it, who was around, what were the witnesses. And one I just recently heard that was a great point on Clubhouse, someone said, was wearing. What were you wearing? Because sometimes people really don't remember, but if you kind of, oh yeah, I did have that. That was that day I wore that whatever dress that I spilled coffee on it or whatever. Anything that'll help you remember, you know, and bring back those details, because sometimes things obviously, unless they're very, very egregious, you don't really get terminated after the very first time something happens. And sometimes things aren't really big enough. And I'll say big enough because they need to be substantial enough to show that the person knew the rule and they broke it. You know, expressions, and you have things that you know are not right in your workplace.
Okay.
Document.
So it just looped, but that was a really good soundbite. So let's just grab that. We'll create a snippet. It was 55 seconds, and that's going to be the first snippet. I think we get a chance to add in some hashtags. I hope we do. Yeah, let's see. What happens if I click publish? It's going to give me the opportunity to add hashtags. Perfect. So because these hashtags or these posts, they're going to go up into this YouTube playlist, a specific YouTube playlist, and then from the playlist, they're going to get cross-push to Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And so we want to add in some hashtags. And so we should have some like hashtag documents, and that's going to be another task that we'll add for somebody to help with. But for now, I'm just going to wing the ones that I know and throw them in there. So we got real estate, Las Vegas real estate, diversity, equity, inclusion, diversity in real estate. You know, maybe we can do like an HR, real estate Nevada. You know, maybe we could do Las Vegas, and then yeah, we'll definitely do real estate experts. And yeah, let's also add, you know, watch at realestateexperts.org or join at realestateexperts.org. Another thing that we're going to change is this title and subheadline. What we're going to change this to now is it's going to be the title without the guest, and then the subheadline we're going to put the guest name. And maybe we could say, hey, homie realtor here. So that should work. And this is great. So yeah, perfect. Let's go ahead and schedule it because it's 10 p.m. and want to give this content good opportunity in the morning. So I'm going to drop it in for like 7:15 a.m. PST. Set that, schedule it, and cool. Yeah, we'll hit schedule now, and now that should be set to be going live tomorrow morning. And so to reference what that was on our checklist, that was video staging inside of Repurpose and cutting the full-length YouTube video into shorter cuts. And I better be more specific and add in schedule snippets on social media for the week, essentially. So I'll move that up here. Oh yeah, and we had add hashtags to the Instagram post, which we kind of did here. So I'm going to just make it clear YouTube, Instagram post, since it's both. And yeah, that's pretty much the exercise. And now we have to continue repeating this whole exercise all the way through so that we can get all of the other episodes through the pipeline. And so that's it for this tutorial. I'll record like a part 3 to summarize what next steps are and how you can help. Thank you so much.